This is a video demo for our new Careview software to be used with Careray X-ray detectors. This is the login screen which you get after you open the software. To log in, click on login, and this is the work list. So here you have the patients that still have some X-rays which are pending. Here you will get the list of patients where all the X-rays have been completed, and in add you can add a new patient. So here you can type the ID, and here you can type the patient name. These details, the patient ID and patient name, are compulsory. Everything else is optional. If you want, you can add the details. From the right side, you can click on the body parts, select the kind of view that you want to capture. So for example, here we have selected chest, AP and lateral. If you also want to capture, let's say, the X-ray of hand, you can select hand and then click on the respective views. After you've selected the X-ray views that need to be captured, click on Start. Now, this is the exam screen where the panel is waiting for X-ray. On the bottom, you can see it is saying 1500 CW is waiting for exposure. Now is the time to expose the panel. So once an exposure is made, you will get an image on the computer screen like this. And here on your right hand side, you can see the basic tools for manipulating the image. So first and foremost, the brightness and contrast. You can just hold down the right click on your mouse. Left and right will change contrast. Up and down will change brightness. And when you want to stop adjusting, just stop the right click. Now here you can rotate the image clockwise and counterclockwise. Here you can see the image in order to zoom in and zoom out of the image, just zoom in with the mouse scroll wheel. To reset the zoom, just click on this button and the image comes back to the original size. Here you have the magnifier. Just click on the magnifier, move the cursor to the required part. Here you can also adjust the magnification. So it goes from 2.5x to 1.5x. Below the zoom button, you have the flip buttons. You can flip the image horizontally. You can flip the image vertically. This is the window level adjustment. So this is same as holding the right click, but after you select the tool, you can do it with the left click of the mouse. This is the invert button. You can invert the image. If you want to crop the image, click this button, adjust the corners. After you're done adjusting, you need to press the enter button on your keyboard and the image will be cropped. Here you have some measurement tools. So this is angle measurement. So you click on the vertex of the angle that you want to measure, then click again for one side of the angle and then click again to get the second side of the screen. If you select the cursor, you can also move the angle after it has been marked. You can also move the annotation separately. With this tool, you can measure the length. And again, you can move the annotation to wherever you want. This is the right label. This is the left label. And here you have some free text that you can place on the image. If you want to remove, if you want to hide all the text or the overlays on the image, click on this button. If you want to see them again, click on it again. If you want to reset the image to the original one, discard all edits, just click on OK. So you also remove the crop with this. Now here, if you click on the unfold button, you will have the different parameters for adjusting the image processing settings. So with this, you can adjust the sharpness, the latitude. Normally, these processing settings are made for a particular X-ray view. Do not change them unnecessarily because they will affect the images that you will take in the future. If you click on this tools button, you have some special measurement tools. There are a lot of different tools that you can try. You can also change the color with which the marking is made. If we retract it back and we click on this unfold button, you can add more X-rays if you want to do. So here you can see you can add. After you are finished taking the X-rays, you will click on the done button. So this done button will mark this study as completed and click on OK. Now you will find that patient here. If you want to capture more X-rays for the same patient, double click to open the image. But here you can see there is no unfold button to add the view. In order to take more X-rays for the same patient, you need to reactivate this study. So from here now you can add more images. When you want to take a printout, just click on this print button. Here you will get the image on the screen, or you can click here to select which image will be printed. If you want to divide the page, you can use these buttons to divide the page in different ways. If you want to print using a DICOM printer, click on DICOM, and from here you can select your DICOM printer. If you want to print on a regular paper printer, go to regular and select this, and from here you can choose which printer you want to use. From the bottom you can also select the film size that you want to use. Now if you look at the labels on the top and bottom of the image, they will be here. So any part that you do not want to print, you can just select or reject from here. So if you want the institution name or the hospital name to be printed, just select it from here. Otherwise it will be removed. Right now, with the settings that I have on my computer, you can see that the image text or the image information is being shown at the bottom and at the top. It can be changed if you only want it at one of the places. It can be done. If you want it to be on the corners, you can do that as well. Even on the print screen, you can do some basic adjustments to the image like rotation, zoom in or zoom reset, then flip, brightness contrast adjustment, crop, and measurements. These are all the similar tools that you had in the image processing screen also. After the image is set on the film, you can click on print selected to only print the selected image or print all to print all the images. To go back to the previous screen, click on the cross button, and if you want to export the image, you can click on export. It will ask you for the format in which you want to export the image. You can also select multiple formats. So for this test, we are going to only do JPEG image. Here you can select whether you want to export a single image or all the images. So let's say we'll only export the single image. Here you can select whether you want the overlays or the annotations on the image after it is exported. So for this test, we'll select them. We'll also select the header and footer. Now from here you can select where you want to export the images. So for this test we'll export it into, let's say, this music folder. We'll make a new folder there, export, click on OK, and then we click export to directory. Now it is exporting the image. Now the image has been exported. When you open the folder, you will find the export folder there, and here is our image. So if you look at this image, you can see that the patient information is there on the images because we selected that, and we can also see the overlays are still there on the image. If you want any of this information to be not present on the screen or the exported image, just do not select it when you are exporting. After you're finished with one patient, just click on done and it will mark the images. With this software, you can also send the images to DICOM nodes or DICOM storage. You can print using a DICOM printer also.